In this windsurfing instructional video, I am going to teach you how to perform the most basic windsurfing maneuver called the tack. This move may seem difficult at first, but after being able to keep balance on the board and sail a short distance, it should not be such a hurdle to overcome. Before you attempt this maneuver, you must make sure that you have full control of your windsurfing board and rig. There are three main phases of this maneuver: the heading up phase, the changing of the side phase, and the bearing off phase. The first phase begins with heading up in order to come to the moment when your board and rig is at a 0 degrees angle to the wind. This means that the wind cannot move your sail. Before you reach this position, head up slightly by pulling the outhole of the sail towards the stern of the board. Stand strongly on your feet, parallel and next to the main axis of the board. When you start feeling that there is no wind pressure on the sail, the second phase begins. In it, first you have to quickly move your front foot and hand towards the front of the mast. Then, move your back foot and hand towards the mast. When they are close to reaching it, move your front foot and hand to the second side of the boom, followed by the back foot and hand. This is when the third phase begins. You must strongly pump the sail in order to turn the battles to the other side, at the same time putting some pressure on your front foot. Also, you have to, at the same time, push the mast of the sail towards the nose of the board and pull the sail a little bit towards you with your back hand to bear off. Then, you have to stand in your main position on the board in order to remain in balance. This may seem quite complicated, so let's have a look at the tack again. After I head up, I stand strongly on my board with my feet around this main axis. To do a tack, you have to make sure that you move your front foot and hand at the same time when going to the other side of the sail. This is also important to do with your back foot and hand in order to never lose balance. On the next few clips, you will be able to see the way I move around the boom. The most important thing to do is to remember not to overweight the nose of the board while changing the sides. This negative thing can happen when you move your front foot in front of the mast and put too much weight onto it, pushing the nose of the board into the water. This increases the chance that you will lose control of your windsurfing set and fall in the water. This is why it is important to move around the sail quickly, because stopping might end up with some unpleasant consequences. To sum up, there are three phases of the tack: heading up, changing the side, and bearing off. In the first phase, pull the outhole of the sail towards the stern of the board. Then in the changing of the sides, remember to do it quickly and move each hand at the same time as each foot. In the last stage, remember to pump the sail to change the side of the battles, and at the same time put some pressure on your front foot, which should stand just before the mast in order to bear off. In the end, get back to your normal position on the board. After that, you may feel satisfied because you've just completed the most basic windsurfing maneuver, which opens many doors for you in this sport.